Wrong button. So welcome everybody to Cabinet today. I want to start off by saying even more to my colleagues that celebrating you today, and I really appreciate you being here and away from your family and making sure that we see through business today, which is really important. But I think it just feels a bit bittersweet for us as well, because whilst we can celebrate with our families, whilst we can enjoy the food, while we can celebrate in mosques, also pray in mosques, we know that people in Palestine don't have that privilege today. So it has felt a bit bittersweet, I know, for many people across the community. But nevertheless, I do really value you taking your time out and being here today. So, having said that, we'll make sure we go straight into the agenda and not delay it any further. So, item 1 is apologies for absence, and I haven't received any apologies for absence. Thank you, Peter. Item 2, urgent business, unless you tell me otherwise, I've not received an item. No. Okay, thank you. Item 3, declarations of interest. Does any member have any interest to declare on any matter on any agenda item? No? Item 4, public question time. As far as I know, we've received no public question times. Yeah, thank you. Item 5 are the minutes. Does Cabinet approve the minutes for the meeting of the Cabinet held on the 18th of March 2024 as a correct record? Can I ask somebody to move them? Seconded. Thank you. Item 6, improving our services for children, young people and their families. Over to you, Councillor Shack.
Thanks, Chair. So this is joint between myself and Councillor Bromwich. So it's basically improving our services for children and young people, as the paper is titled. As part of the transformation of services for children, young people and families in Oldham, we are reviewing and redesigning the current 0 to 19 or 25 if you have special education needs or disability service. We now need to consult with affected staff on the proposals for the new service, including a new staffing structure. Staff consultation will be in line with the requirements of the relevant HR policies in both Northern Care Alliance, NHS Foundation Trust and Oldham Council. This, Chair, is linked to the 3.6 million Family Hubs programme that was very successfully consulted on last year, and it's about us delivering the services that our residents need out in the community as close to them as possible. So it's not restricted to the Family Hubs. There's outreach and satellites and things like that. So it's, like I said, the consultation last year was really successful. We had lots of input from both members and residents, and this is obviously a follow-on from that. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Shack. Councillor Bromwich, would you like to add anything?
Only to say that the significant funding that will play into this from the public health budget, and I'm very confident this will offer a real opportunity for public health benefits by taking the service out into the community, making it more easily available, particularly for mothers. So it offers who will be going there with their children, offers real opportunity for antenatal care, postnatal care. And I say I'm challenge our officers to get permission for chemists to do for vaccinations in these family hubs. They're not allowed to do that at the moment. They can give vaccinations, but only in chemist shops. So I've challenged them to find a way of actually getting them to do vaccinations here as well, because I think that would be a real plus view of the fact that take-up on vaccinations has plummeted slightly. So, but I think they're really optimistic that this will do some really good in the community. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Councillor Bromwich. Does any other member wish to speak? So my understanding is that we're going to discuss the recommendations at item 12. So item 7, Youth Justice Service, re-tender of the service from 1st of April 2025. Again, Councillor Shack, over to you.
Thank you, Chair. So the Youth Justice Service is a statutory service delivered in Oldham, currently by Positive Steps. The current contract will end on 31st of March 2025. There is no further provision to extend within corporate procurement rules. The recommendation to Cabinet is that we carry out a robust, transparent procurement and commissioning process to recommission the Youth Justice Service with a new service to go live on 1st of April 2025. This process would involve young people from the outset and would be led by the project board. We are also seeking to delegate contract award decision-making responsibilities to the Director of Children's Services in order for services to be delivered from the date stated. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Shack. Does any other member want to speak on the item? And then again, I think we're discussing this recommendations on item 15. So item 8, send information, advice and support services, re-tender of service. Councillor Ali.
Thank Thank you, Chair. The current Send Information Advice and Support Service contract ends on the 31st of March 2025. Approval is being sought to recommission the contract through an open, transparent and robust competitive procurement process. This will enable Oldham Council and its partners to continue to fulfil their statutory duties. The recommendation is to approve the recommissioning of the Send Information Advice and Support Service, with the successful provider going live with the service on the 1st of April 2025, and also to delegate contract award decision-making responsibilities to the Director of Children's Services in order for the service to be delivered on the 1st of April 2025. And there's an agenda on the item 13, Chair, for it to be discussed a bit more detail. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor. Does any other member wish to speak? Okay, so then, like Councillor said, we'll discuss that at item 13. So item 9 is targeted impartial information, advice and guidance. Return home from missing interviews and young carers. Councillor Mushtaq.
Thanks, Chair. So similar to the previous items, this is targeted youth support services in Oldham are currently delivered by Positive Steps. Services in scope include targeted, impartial, independent advice and guidance for targeted groups, including those not in education, employment or training, or NEET, up to age 18, young carers and missing from home or care return home interviews. The contract is due to cease on 31st of March 2025, with no further option to extend under corporate procurement rules. So the recommendations to Cabinet is that all elements of the contract are retendered through an open, robust, competitive commissioning and procurement process via the CHEST. We are also seeking approval to delegate contract award decision-making responsibilities to the Director of Children's Services in order for services to be delivered from the date stated. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Mushtaq. Does any member wish to speak? No? Well, just, I know we're going to discuss again the recommendations of this item 14, but I've just seen from the side of my eye. I'd like to welcome and acknowledge both Councillor Navesey and Councillor Holly Harrison. This is their first Cabinet meeting. So this is where all the business happens, so welcome. And then we'll move straight on to item 10, which is Transport Capital Programme 24-25, City Region Sustainable Transport Settlement, which is known as CRSTS, Advanced Pothole Funding and Integrated Transport Block. And we're all excited about this, Councillor.
Thank you, Chair. As you said, this is the transport funding from the Greater Manchester Combined Authority amounting to 4.54 million for the year 24-25, made up of the Integrated Transport Block, Pothole Funding and CRSTS. That's broken down into just over 3 million for the CRSTS, 778,000 for potholes, 707,000 for the Integrated Transport Block. In Appendix 2, the proposed programme of schemes is listed, and in Appendix 3, the approved structures programme is also listed. I'm sure Cabinet welcomes this funding because our residents deserve to have highways and footpaths maintained, and in the last financial year we spent more than any other year repairing potholes, and with this funding I think that investment is going to continue. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much, Councillor Goodwin. So does any other member wish to speak on that report, given how significant it is? No? Okay, well done fixing all the potholes last year, continuing to do so this financial year. It is really important in all seriousness because they're the kind of things that the public judges by. So well done to you and all the team. So does Cabinet agree with the recommendations as set out in the report? Agree? Okay. Item 11 is exclusion of the press